Deja vu. Have you ever experienced deja vu? I mean real, intense deja vu? That brain-jarring, I've been here before experience? I think we're all susceptible to deja vu, to a greater or lesser extent, and I have the misfortune to be highly susceptible. I'm also susceptible to an even stranger form of deja vu, that of prescience, where I'm shown glimpses of the future. Brief glimpses, jumbled glimpses allowing no material advantage, confusing glimpses whose full meaning only becomes understood as the future events themselves unfold. I've had several mild experiences of prescience, but nothing like the event that happened to me a summer or so back. As usual on a warm Tennessee afternoon, I quietly nodded off. It seems like I'm doing that more and more lately as I progressively age. But it's a pleasant experience, so what's the harm? But that afternoon was very different. I woke abruptly, my mental faculties tingling, fully alert, as if under threat. I'd had a dream. Just a dream. Or was it? I've never experienced anything like that before. My recollections were intense, the details clear and precise, the colours vivid, and the underlying emotions deeply troubling. I'd seen a young girl standing at the edge of a river. She had long, blonde, straight hair in the fashion of the day, hair glistening with little droplets of river water, as if she had been recently immersed. And she wore a white sundress with an emerald green sash, and her whole body was bathed in a violet blue glow, which made the droplets beaded in her hair and on her dress sparkle like a myriad of amethyst crystals. But her eyes, pleading eyes, desperate eyes, eyes that spoke to me a message of horror, eyes that said, "I've lost my child." And then I woke from that dream that was not really a dream. But what was it? I later found that others had had similar experiences, and they called it a waking dream. As the months passed, the memories of my waking dream gradually faded. Life once again became ordered and humdrum. Tuesdays was Tai Chi at the Senior Citizen Centre. Wednesdays, time to put out the recycle. Friday is a day I get to teach the Sudoku class at the local library. But Thursday, that's my day off. No chores, no honeydews. Those I can put off until the next day. Next week, if I'm lucky. But Thursday, that's my day to take a leisurely bike ride in one of Middle Tennessee's fabulous parks like Montgomery Bell or Fall Creek Falls. I usually finished off the ride at a restaurant in the area and had a long, leisurely lunch. I had such a plan for a Thursday early in April. I planned to hitch my bike to the back of my car and drive up to Ashland City. I'd heard of a really good catfish restaurant alongside the river. I planned to park there, then ride some of the roads along the banks of the Cumberland River as it winds its way towards the Tennessee and then onto the Ohio-Mississippi rivers en route to the Gulf of Mexico. But this day was different. I crossed the river on a spectacular bridge close to the restaurant and made my way up Route 49 towards the centre of town. And then I saw an oddly named street named Tennessee Waltz. And I had that strange feeling that I'd seen that name before. I turned down the road and shortly after saw another street leading to a park with a number of soccer fields. Again I thought, I know this place. And that wizened old oak tree, I was sure I'd seen that before. But there's no way I could have because I'd never been to this park before. And on, each new vista a familiar one. But then, as the road works its way back towards the river, towards a boat dock directly across the restaurant, I saw a commotion ahead. Red lights, blue lights, red lights, pulsing, flashing, conveying an intense urgency. And as I neared, I saw a rescue crew on the banks of the river. They were pulling a body out of the water. It was the body of a young girl with long blonde hair, and she was wearing a white sundress with an emerald green sash. But her eyes, they were dead eyes, blank eyes, cold, no desperation, no chilling message and no pleading. And then I knew. "She had a child," I called out loudly. "It's on the riverbank about a quarter of a mile upstream." And the certainty and authority in my voice led several of the emergency team to take off running in the direction that I was pointing. "The child is strapped in a pushchair just where the river bends, by the crumbling embankment," I called out to them. "And you'll find a camera on the ground close by, and a shoe with a broken heel," I mouthed silently. But how did I know that? Was that a part of my waking dream just now revealed? And then I noticed, as I watched the rescue squad bringing an obviously healthy baby back to the waiting ambulance, that my vision had taken on this familiar violet-blue glow, and that this glow extended to my hands and to my arms and to my whole body. And I realized that my role in this very real drama was purely ethereal. I was part of the waking dream of the closely knit, highly cohesive emergency team. Part of the Deja Vue. My soul, my spirit was immersed in their collective prescience, but not my physical body. Later, newspaper accounts of the events would note that the stranger who guided the rescue team to the missing child could not be found. That is assuredly correct and will forever remain so, because I was that stranger, and I was never there. I was never there. I was never there.